chicken. I can do this in my sleep. So I'm gonna just check the chicken.
How easy is that?
So delicious.
How motherfucking easy is that? How motherfucking easy is that?
Stuff it in the middle. This is about as easy as it gets. It's gorgeous little chicken.
Are we having fun yet? How easy is
It's just so juicy and so good. It's really important. It's just so juicy and so good. It's really important when you're roasting meats. Time to carve it.
You're welcome.
Don't you remember that?
Come on now. That's what we want. We'll stop it. All right.
Woo! Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. What's going on, kittens? How y'all doing?
Right. Listen, I gotta. So, listen, this is our show, so we can talk about whatever we want. I got one more thing to show you, to let you listen to. All right, which one was it? Oh, this one was.
Big fat pussy, Mufasa. Meow, bam, 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 bam. Ready, ready, let's go. Say pussy, say hey, don't call me your B. What I wanna see, just give me the D, cause A, B, C, D, my alphabet is so. Pussy say hey, don't call me your B. What I wanna see, just give me the D, cause A, B, C, D, my alphabet is so. Oh, girl, why body cocky like a bicycle? Why body cocky like a bicycle? Why body cocky? Why? Drop up a pump, drop up a pump, drop up a drop up a pump, drop up a pump, drop up a pump, drop up a pump, you just wanna go down. Drop up a pump, drop up a pump, drop up a drop up a pump, drop up a pump, drop up a pump, drop up a pump, you just wanna go down. I say, ooh she waddy waddy, ooh she bang bang, ooh she waddy waddy, ooh she bang bang, ooh she waddy waddy, ooh she bang 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 bang. Ooh she waddy waddy, ooh she bang bang, ooh she waddy waddy, ooh she bang bang, ooh she waddy waddy, ooh she bang 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 bang. Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada. Pussy, can't underway from Wakanda. Pussy, Louis, Fendi, Prada.
that was King of Africa
Right.
by Matthews.
That's cute, Matthews.
That was real
That's
real
cute.
crude.
That's
That
real-
was
that's
crude.
real. I like that, Matthews.
Okay, when I heard it, I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is."
I got
and
my own.
I knew that you would love it.
I got my eye on you, Matthews. I do.
All right, so let's
Yes,
officially
darling,
get
it's
it
been
crack-a-lacking.
Yes.
Good evening and welcome to the BGKH show with Dominion and Epic. I am Dominion.
I am epic.
And we're coming to you exclusively on Vox Power 373. And if you want to call in, it's 240-719-2560. What's that number one more time?
240-719-2560.
719-60.
That's all you got to do. Call.
Bam.
You'll be on air. Like, bam, bam.
So when they call
Bam.
in, they might want to know what the BGKH stands for. I know that the B is for the blacks.
Yeah, it is. I think that's what this stands for. That's for
The
blacks.
blacks.
That's for the blacks.
What's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
G?
So the G is actually for the gays. You know,
The gays. That ha was for the
That
gays.
was, the ha was for the
ha
gays.
was for the gays.
For the gays, for the days.
The
Yes,
K is for the Kinksters.
The
Kinksters.
Say kinky, say
Yes.
kinky, say
Yes,
kinky.
we are not quite. What's today's date? We got a little bit more than a month left to before MAL. So
Ooh.
getting my get together together.
I mean, but yeah, like it's
It's gonna be many things. You know what the H is for?
yeah.
It's for the
Humans.
Well, all right. This is
y'all.
episode 41, by the way. And once again, 240-719-2560.
Yes, indeedy.
We can talk about anything. We can talk about any old bullshit, except RuPaul's Drag Race, because neither one of us watched the special yet.
No.
It's on the DVR, so we'll talk about it next week, along with the premiere episode of All Stars 4.
Yes, God. Okay, so but about All Stars 4,
I mean, I guess I've gotten over my anger about Shangela, kinda.
So here's what I think. So okay, she was robbed. Let me
She
be
was
clear.
robbed,
She
yes.
was Shangela was robbed.
100%.
She was robbed. I'm not even going to talk about it. She was robbed. Howsoever,
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that at some particular point, Shangela's ass is going to pop on this show. Because I think
I
that
kind of hope she does it because then it would just see. Because listen, Shangela was already more famous in a lot of ways than a lot of those girls were.
Somewhat, yeah.
So, I mean, I kind of get their logic for saying, "Oh, well, she didn't need the pub. You need the pub as
No,
much as
that was
some
bull-
other people."
that was
I mean, I
bullshit.
get that, but that's beside the
bullshit.
point.
Yeah, that's bullshit. And that's beside
If
the
that
point.
was the whole point, then she should have never been on the show in the first
Exactly,
place.
because she came
'Cause
in
if
with
it
a whole
was-
bunch of fans.
Right. So I mean, that's almost beside the
Yeah,
point.
no.
But I get what they're saying. I'm just saying it was bullshit. But anyway, so all right. So you're still excited about?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it. I mean, all the contestants I'm excited about. I'm a little, like I've said this before, I just don't understand why some of the people are coming back and they're there for the second time on All Stars, or they're there in the show for like the umpteenth time in some way,
40
shape, or
millionth
form.
time.
So
I mean, I'm glad to see Latrice.
yeah, I love Miss.
That's the only one I'm really like.
Royale.
Everyone else, I'm like, you know, I was a Valentina fan until she pulled that shit.
was-
At first.
Oh, okay.
At
I was like-
first.
I was like,
and then she was
what?
like, I don't want to take the mask off. And
This is a lip sync contest.
I-
What
I-
part
I-
of lip sync contest do you not understand? We need to see
I
your
don't
mouth.
I don't want to take it off.
Valentina, you will take your mask off or you will be disqualified. That's just me ad-libbing. You will take your mask off or you will not go forward in this contest. What part of lip sync do you not understand? DJ, start the music. But it was like that intense if you
Right.
didn't see it. Because
Right.
I was really sitting there like, did you see Rapunzel? Like, she got a little
She was a
antsy.
little like, what the
she
fuck
was
is
little
going
like,
on?
Let me fix myself on this camera. Like,
Because here's the thing, though. I have seen drag where it's not a lip sync performance, but if you are doing the right song, you can give a full face and body performance without your lips being seen. There's this drag queen
I call
in
horseshit.
there's this drag queen in Fort Lauderdale. Her name is Twat.
I like that name.
And she has this huge foam animatronic head that she wears. Now the eyes on the head moves and the mouth moves, but the mouth movements are just not necessarily in time with what. So it's just the fact that she's got this head that's this big with
So-
these eyes that move. But she's giving you a fabulous performance because she's doing stunts and shows and
That's
with
that's
the
fine. 'cause
head and everything.
She
Because
sounds like she's doing a character,
she's doing a character,
or,
yes,
and a puppet, or if you will.
yeah,
But,
yeah, yeah. So she's like operating. She's doing a drag performance as a puppet.
Okay.
So I mean, I get that, but Valentina wasn't doing that. She just didn't know the fucking words.
Listen, my only thing about drag performance is if you're doing drag performance, you're doing a performance, especially if it's a lip sync. Know your words.
Right.
If you don't know your words, you don't need to be on that stage.
Watermelon,
And
watermelon, watermelon,
and,
watermelon.
Right. And if you don't know that trick, and you're doing the peanut butter and jelly watermelon trick or whatever, with that some of the older drag queens will teach some of these younger drag queens when they don't know these songs because they can't pick up the damn songs as fast as the young ones can. You know, if you're not doing that, at least in attempting, then get off the stage. What's the point?
All right, Steele, you got 1 week to get it together. So, because we're gonna talk about Drag Race next week, that is a given. So,
Yeah,
Steel Toe, you got 1 week to get it together and
Yeah.
get your life together. Speaking of which, so shout out to a few people. Shout out to our brother Exile Onyx, who is the new Leatherman of Color 2019.
Yes.
And shout out to our sister Velvet Storm, who is the first Leather Woman of Color
Yes.
2019.
Yes.
They did a really good thing. And, you know, honestly, people were surprised to hear this. That was my first time ever officially judging people. Like for money. Not for money, but for points. Instead of just
Officially.
instead of just sitting in the
Judging
corner talking
people.
shit
Yeah, but that's
about
fine.
people.
But-
And you know, people say, "Oh, well, of course they won. There was only one contestant." But no, girl, you still had to get their points, and
Right.
both of them treated it extremely seriously, and they gave great answers to the question. They gave really good speeches. And you know, no disrespect to Velvet's speech, but the speech that Exile gave
I thought
was
that-
one of the best
Yes.
speeches I had ever heard
That stood out for
on
me.
the subject. And I was just
yeah.
like, this was like a perfect summary of who you are and why you want to do this.
Yeah.
And I thought that was just like perfect. I felt like, I hope someone recorded it, and you know, hopefully we'll put it on our YouTube page or whatever. So all these
saw-
other girls that want to run for titles, you know, will learn how to give a speech, you know, and state who you are and what you are about clearly and succinctly.
Yeah, I saw a clip, and I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw a clip on Exile's Facebook page about the speech, but I didn't get to look at the whole thing. I don't know if it's the whole speech, but it was a great speech. Velvet's was so I love Velvet anyway, but and Velvet's speeches always come from the heart, and they're very in your face and answer your question, and that's what it is. But
Yes.
again, that's Velvet, and once you know that about Velvet, like it just is what it is with Velvet. So, but they both did a great job.
Other shout outs to our brother Gray Owl and our brother Jace for some really good performances
Yes, God.
during the show. I mean, I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah, because Jace was even down to the last minute trying to get his performance together, and he came through.
Child, he was writhing on the stage. He was giving us Patti LaBelle
Listen.
and Prince tease,
But-
writhing around all over the stage.
But wait a minute. But again, Gray Owl. Listen, let me and one of our brothers,
that
Deviant
bitch
and
find
I,
the light and the
he
fan.
found the light and the fan.
The Beyonce fan.
He stood there on the stage, and the wind blew, and this one lock just went, and he stood right there, and he was like, I was like, you better give me Kelly Clarkson a moment like this.
Right.
American Idol, it is you.
And Steel popping up on my screen is what made me think. Now, I had heard, and we all know that Steel is a boot black.
Yes.
But he had never touched my boots before. Well, let me tell you, I don't often get my boots blacked. It's not because I just don't dislike it. I just never want to spend the 30 minutes or whatever, it's the 20 minutes or whatever it takes, you know, out of the event to do it. So out of all of the people that have blacked my boots, none of them have been bad. There were two that was really good. One was Eric Carpenter, who it was the year that he was running for IMBB, It was the year that I was a tally master, so that was 2016.
Okay.
I think his name is Carpenter. He's from Alaska.
Okay.
So he went on. I was the last person whose boots he blacked before the competition.
Okay.
But the best blacking that I have ever had was when Steele put his hands on my boot. I was just sitting there like, it just felt so good, just the way that he was massaging maybe my legs was just fucked up or whatever, but it just felt so good, and the boots look so
did look
good
good.
afterwards.
They look good.
Like they're sitting in my closet right now. Like I walked past them, I was like, they look like I just purchased them. You know, so shout out to Steele and his excellent boot blacking
extraordinaire
skills. You know,
skills.
I'm going. You know, he's going to be blacking at MAL. So
Yes.
you know, go through, get your boots done, and he's going to do my leather too. So he's going to put his hands all over my.
So he
body.
did that with one of our brothers Eli.
He-
as
with
well.
it- with Eli.
With the pants, and you know that was a whole different. That was another show,
Right,
And I was
right.
like, okay, but yeah, apparently that caused him to be late for dinner that night.
Right.
At
Which was
Dave
fine.
Yeah, which is fine. Yeah, but we had a good
So,
time.
you know, I talked to him already about running for IMBB eventually, and he was like, nah, that's not really my mission, but I'm putting it out there in the universe. Maybe not this year, but sometime soon.
So,
Steel Scribner,
yeah,
International
I mean,
Boot Black.
So I mean, still like I mean, come on, like I mean,
Right.
come
You need to
on.
share those
like,
gifts
what you gonna do, boo? What you
with
gonna
the
do?
kids. And I'm not one to pump up someone just because they're one of our brothers. If
Well,
I don't really care for you, I would be like, if he had just done just sort of an okay job, we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Yeah.
I'm not going to actually go and give all of this praise if I didn't think it was actually due, because people are going to be like, when they get their boots done and they don't have this, you know, ecstatic, almost sexual experience, they're going to be like, well, what?
Yeah.
So, no, I'm saying this because he really did an awesome job as a boot black. So shout out to, you know, all of the contestants and our new Leatherman and Leatherwoman of color. Shout out to our performers, and shout out to our boot black for the weekend for doing an outstanding job.
It's a great job. Great weekend, actually. It was a really great weekend. We got to see all of Mufasa's, well, I don't know if it's all of it, but we got to see a lot of it.
A
from this
significant
year.
number. And, you know, a couple of our brothers got jumped in, I guess they
Welcome.
call it.
Jumped in.
You know, isn't that what you do in a gang? You know, you get jumped in.
I
saw Mufasa had on his chola makeup and everything, you know, so, you know, I guess the girls got jumped in.
You know what? So
What y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do? What y'all
Mufasa,
gonna
if
do?
you tuned it in, I'm Oh,
That,
God.
he said he was gonna call in. That should prompt him to call in. 240-719-2560.
Come on, make
Any
it,
of
listen.
Mufasa's prize. Say, come on, you know, let's do it together. Let's get it on. So anyway, so how was your week?
So my week was.
You didn't bring any liquor, did you?
I
That
did
was
not.
supposed to be your ministry.
My ministry right now is tired.
Okay.
It is all over my face. It is all over my attitude. It is all over everything. My ministry is tired. So I'm,
Hey, Steven, I'm going to be seeing you in February. I'm going to tell you about mine in a minute.
okay, yeah, my ministry is just tired because I have this week. Oh, I'm sorry. After last week, because we weren't on the, we weren't there. I was actually.
How was Tampa?
I was in Tampa for the weekend. Tampa was okay. It was the weather
You have
was
any
a little.
dates?
Listen, you Tampa gays, you Tampa Kingsters, the ones that were near me, y'all are full of shit. Because I sat in that room all the weekend long.
Sat in that room about near done.
And
rocked
of
to
course,
death.
every motherfucker that was there that I had been having conversation with on Friday wants to then. I'm like, I am leaving. I've been here
Right,
all
everybody-
week.
all of a
Like,
sudden everybody's
where
like,
you at?
"Oh,
Why
what
are you
you
here?
doing?
What
What
you
you
doing?
doing?"
Why
Like,
not?
girl.
I have been here all week from Sunday until Friday. Listen, I've entertained some great conversation. That's great, and a couple people I'll probably see at MAL. But listen, fuck you, Tampa. Anyway, but I did have a great
Did
time.
you run into our brother Hesperus?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I did go to Fogo de Chao. I did go to Fogo de Chao. I went to Fogo de Chao and fucked the bowl of bacon up. I fucked up that damn crab soup again, and I fucked up
Fogo
every
de Chao,
piece of,
Texas to Brazil.
I'm sorry, Texas de Brazil, excuse me. And the crab soup, and I fucked up that every damn piece of meat that they put on our damn
You went with your
table.
team?
Yes. Listen,
They paid for it.
Oh, of course.
Listen,
All right then.
Did you get that cheesecake, the Brazilian cheesecake at the end?
I was so fat and full, like literally, I was like.
I hope you had a microwave in your room.
No, I didn't. I had a refrigerator though, but I put the thing right in the refrigerator.
Oh, there we go.
Because listen, that Brazilian cheesecake, I got that. I had every piece of meat that came, the filet mignon, the lamb chops, the leg of lamb,
Ooh, them lamb chops, you know,
chicken with bacon.
The lamb chops
listen,
will change your life.
Everything. They even
and them
had
Brazilian sausages with the little
the
spice
Brazilian
in
sausages.
It. You don't really care for them. You know, I still got some of that left from Thanksgiving. In fact, I'm thinking I got food left.
They
That's
were,
right.
yeah, they were. But anyway, and the capoeirinhas, because I'm not pronouncing that, they were on point. They had a double, and it was like half hour, 50, like
Did you get the
happy
passion
hour.
fruit one?
No, it was just the regular.
Oh, just the plain
yeah,
one.
happy hour, 50% off, and it was a double. I said,
Ooh.
okay, well that was cute. So yeah, that was real cute. But anyway, once I got back from Tampa, then I had to start this process. I'd been talking about this, about getting my mom situated in her whole living situation. So moving her into an assisted living place, it's been emotionally draining on several different levels. I think I'm fine with the fact that she's out of that space. I'm actually very happy because she is able to be around other people and 24-hour care, and I don't have to worry about her walking out the door and all that type of stuff. But it's, once again, family.
Mm-hmm.
Old girl from Soul Food never got it wrong when she was like, fuck the family. The family fucked my husband. Listen, I love my
Who in
family.
your family fucked the husband? I know what you meant.
But you know, I love the family, and I even like the family, more importantly. But
however,
some of you all, when this process of acclimation is over, there is nothing more that I need to say to you and you need to say to me. I am okay with that going forward.
Yeah.
For right now, that's okay, but we're going to cut that off, because the moment that she says, oh, I'm home, great. I'm deleting your numbers from my phone.
Mufasa, the call-in number is 240-719-2560.
That's 240-719-2560.
I don't want to pull it too close, because then keep going.
Yeah. But so that whole process, and it's been a little bit draining, but she's closer to me and I'm able to see her when I want to. Today was not even.
And where is she?
She's actually.
I mean, you don't necessarily.
Yeah, she's
give all
actually.
the
She's only about
details,
35.
but-
She's about 35, 45 minutes. 45
Oh,
minutes away
good.
from me.
I really liked your mother, but then again, like I say, everybody loved my father too, just because you ain't got to fuck with him all the time. So.
And therein lies that. Our parents, I think, they get to a point where they know how to perform in front of the people that they meet and put their best foot forward, which is great. But at dark o'clock in the morning, or after several hours of being around them, and they start, their true self being, listen. And I never hopefully I never painted the picture that she was, or she is like some evil, nasty woman. She's a bitch.
Not at all. I mean,
No, not that.
she
But
is
she's
an
just-
older woman, and older people, at least the ones that I have met, once they get past a certain age, just get set in their ways. And so even under the best of circumstances, they get set in their ways.
Yeah.
But when as dementia starts to advance, that has a whole other level of foolishness that is very difficult and very frustrating. And it's easy for those of us who aren't in the situation to be like, how can you talk to your mother like that? But you ain't got to deal with it. And everybody knows that you don't have, well, at least I know, and your good friends know, that you have nothing but your mother's best interest at heart. So, and you've never come off as anything other than caring, and and that's that.
It's but again,
Just don't bump no heads.
yeah, we.
Well, just don't like knock them to smooth the fuck out.
Well, I've realized also that the family is they become.
Ooh, that's probably Mufasa.
Ooh, that's a call. Thank you for calling the BGKH show. You're on the air with Dominion and Epic.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm all right. Who is
Hold
this?
on, I gotta mute my what you call it so I can hear. Am I live?
You're live. Yes, you are. Is you live? Yes, you's live. Who is this that's
I'm
on the
live.
call?
This is Desmond calling in from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to give a hand up for Yolanda Part 2. That is my good.
Wow, you gonna put my entire alias out? How's it going? I was
Yolanda. All right.
Yes.
Hey, look, Yolanda.
Yolanda. Well, look,
you?
at least I didn't go back to Whitney and make you Whitney.
Oh. Well, let's just stick to the topic. I was calling in about the topic that y'all was having on your show this evening, dealing with elders with dementia. It can be a touchy subject. It really can be. From my personal experience with it, I can keep going. I'm going to actually sum it up the best way that I can. It's just like when we're brought into the earth, when they're our parents, they don't really have a handbook on being a parent. They just have somewhat idea. Mm-hmm. And then when our parents get older and they start going into dementia, they don't leave us a handbook to deal with them. And just like every child is different, every dementia patient is different also. And Chad, I completely commend you, for doing what you're doing. I know it's a journey.
That is it. Don't you say not one more word, because you're going to start making me quit it.
However, like I said, it doesn't come with a handbook. When we are growing up, they teach us how to be adults, but we're not taught how to deal with the elderly and some of the things that go along with those things. And a lot of it is new. A lot of it is new findings and things. But I do put it to you like this, the best thing that you can do is make sure that they're okay and they have the things that they need.
Yes.
And from there, all the other pieces of the puzzle, they just start falling into place from there. But the beginning of it, I can't say it takes a great deal of patience, because it will take all your patience plus some. It takes way more than just patience, but I do know the run does get a little bit easier with time.
Listen, I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate the words of support, and I appreciate you. I'm sending good vibes to you and your family, because I know that there was also some issues over the holiday as well. So please give my love to all of your family and the matriarch. So I want to make sure she's okay. So, What? Okay. So, but anyway, I appreciate you calling. You are our first caller of the evening.
Oh my gosh, I'm doing a Cabbage Patch. Y'all can put that tune on again, and I'll do that. Well, I can't. Unfortunately, I'm talking to y'all on my cell phone. I can watch y'all, but I can't listen at the same time because the voices are overlapping.
Okay.
And I do want to continue to watch the show.
Well, go on.
So I may call back in a little bit later, but right now I want to kind of finish watching because I can't do both.
Okay.
All right, baby.
And good luck to both of you guys, and I will share y'all page on my wall and get more people involved in what y'all doing, and get more tuners to come in, and whatever goes from there goes in.
Well, we appreciate it.
Both.
We definitely appreciate it. Thank you, babe.
All right.
All right.
And I look forward to seeing your walls. So, are you good then?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, but it was all in all, the week was good, and today I had some issues today, but God bless DC area special police. Oh my God, there's two callers. What's going on?
Second caller.
Yeah, God bless DC area special police or Capitol Police, but whatever.
Hello, you will call the BGKH show. This is Dominion and Epic. How can we help you?
It is Mufasa. How are you?
Ooh, hey! How you doing?
I am doing well. I am doing really well.
Well, so glad to hear that. So I guess you calling in because I guess you're calling in because
you heard your name.
You heard your name.
I always hear it in the air.
All right, but can you feel it? Can you hear it in the air?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear it.
Can you hear the love in the air?
I do want to thank all of you
for
participating this weekend and coming on out and making the weekend a wonderful, wonderful event.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It was
I
fun.
had a good time.
Yeah, I had a great time as well.
Didn't
Great.
didn't get to put my fingers in as many butts as I would have liked, but it was still fun.
I mean,
Well, we'll build on that and build that into next year.
Yes.
yeah,
yes.
I mean, is that so that's the barometer for everything? Is how many booty fingers you hold? I mean, that's the barometer.
Is that
for
not your barometer?
Not quite, but I'm not going to turn that down. Not at all. So, yeah, I'm not going to turn that
That's
down.
the measure of success. No,
I'm
it's
not
not.
gonna I'm not gonna turn
It's
it down.
not. We had a wonderful time, and thank you for letting me participate and be a judge. I had a really good time.
And thank you for being our auctioneer. You do that with the best
Well,
of the
thank
best.
you.
Yeah, listen, he gets on that stage, gets to selling stuff off. You've done this before.
Once or twice.
Just once or twice. Okay. Just once or twice. Okay.
I had to let your boy have it because, Khalid was talking shit from the audience.
Right.
Hey, Khalid. But, also, I appreciate you. The Wet Pocketbooks, their tour. So I understand that you're supposed to be making a donation for the Wet Pocketbooks tour.
I have not heard hide nor hair of the tour, so the blind leading the blind here.
So,
I've heard
That's
of
okay.
no
We'll
tour
send
date.
you. That's okay. We'll send you our GoFundMe page.
Thank you. and to the jumping in, the members that I gave their medallions to, their family medallions to, they had been members of the family for about a year, but I hadn't seen them in person to give them the medallion, and so.
So is
I
that
was
what,
able
is,
to
that-
do
are we-
that with-
is that what we calling it? We jumping them in now into the bride?
That's what your cohort called it, but I don't think so.
So what happened was you jumped them in a year ago, and their wounds have just now healed, so they can be seen in public. Okay, got it.
That's yes. If that's what the word on the street is,
Listen, that's how you keep the holes at bay.
right? Yes, but I try to do that in person. But
Yes.
sometimes it takes a while to get to the people.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Well, we look forward to seeing you at MAL.
And I look forward to seeing you. Bill will be with me, so we look
Woo-hoo,
forward to seeing
Bill.
both of you.
Hey, Bill. We'll see you on MAL, Bill.
Yes, he will, and we will have a glorious time as usual.
All righty. Thank you so much for calling.
Well, thank you for receiving my call.
Sure.
Ciao.
Bye. So my last
got
2
two
weeks,
calls,
I know,
man.
right? My last two, and neither one of them were foolishness. Like that
we
one
got,
call.
Hello. This the
Who
number.
is
Who's
this?
this number? What you calling?
Somebody gave me a call.
I'm like, what?
What is going on here?
But wait, you were saying about your week?
So, I mean, my 2 weeks have been, pretty uneventful. I came close to screaming once. Like all of a sudden, just a wave, I just wanted to be like, my father is dead. I just wanted to like scream it. I was, I didn't.
Having a moment and
I had it just hits me at odd times, you just be like, oh damn, that's my life now. And I am not saying that at all for pity or anything like that. I'm saying it because I think that men in particular, but I just think there are a lot of people who think that. So I find that people are on one of two extremes. They either share everything or they feel like they can't share anything. And I want to come somewhere down the middle.
yeah.
I don't want to be one of those people who takes every opportunity
Yeah,
to
we
say,
ain't got to say,
my
yeah,
father
yeah,
died,
yeah, yeah.
because I don't need you. I don't need complete strangers to say you have my condolences, because to me it means nothing, and you might as well not have said it. And while I get what you're saying, it's unnecessary.
Right.
And I feel like sometimes people
That's
do
true,
that because
Richard.
they need that energy. I don't need that energy to always say that. So when I tell these stories, it's mainly so that other people who are going through it or who will go through it know that it's okay to have a number of ways to grieve, and you don't have to feel weird, because I feel weird sometimes because I'm not more emotional about it. But I have to remember that it's perfectly okay not to be one of those people who is like just an emotional wreck.
Right.
Or posting on Facebook or Instagram about it, or woe is me or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, someone died, but life moves on for everybody else, and that's just how it is.
Yeah.
So
I think,
that's when I share that, so that other people can feel comfortable in grieving in the way that feels best for them.
Yeah, and I think also too, as you get older, your grieving how you grieve actually changes.
Yeah.
And so, for me, I've gotten to a point where I feel like I don't necessarily want to cry about it, but then sometimes I feel like, you know what, I got to let it out, and then sometimes I just can't control it. And I noticed that recently, within the last, I'd say 4 to 5 years, I've become more emotional about stuff. So I when it really does hit me, I'm like, all right, I need to get myself a moment, get me a towel, and then just let that good old cry out, and I'm good.
Yeah.
And I find it coming in waves as well.
Yeah.
With the grief or with the whatever the emotion is. So, and which is completely different from when I was younger.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know what it's going to be next year. So
Yeah, I've never been particularly emotional like that, and as I get older, the less interested or willing I am to express that emotion in public.
right.
I'd rather have my grief be private.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been totally, not my sister's illness notwithstanding, if it had just been me and my sister with the casket, saying a few words, I understand that other people want to, it's their funeral, it's their father, their brother, not just our father.
Right.
But yeah, so.
But
all right.
but I think sometimes people forget that sometimes, which is one of the issues that, and I think similarly, it's not about, it is about the fact that you have a relationship with them and it's your uncle or it's your brother or whoever, but it's your parent. So, and it's not, it's also, I think people forget that your connection is a vital connection. It is
the relationship of a sibling is not unvital.
No, it's not unvital, but in other words, without them, you wouldn't exist. Period.
Right.
That's what I mean by vital.
And to my family's credit, there was none of the interference that I was prepared for in making any of the decisions. Because
listen,
here's the thing. I am perfectly fine with not expressing the emotion in public, but if the emotion does get expressed, it gets expressed as anger over foolishness. And I will say that in the weeks after my death, I had to be real.
Your father's death.
My death. Did I say my death?
Yes.
My father's death. I had to be, I've been reincarnated, so.
Oh, okay. So.
And this is the form I chose to come back in.
Okay. Well, all right.
But after my father's death, like, there were a couple of times where I'm like, just breathe, because I'm about to go off on this bitch. I'm about to go off. This person at the Target does not deserve, or not. It was in the Target. It was when because my father didn't wear a lot of suits. He worked for Metro, so he wore his Metro Blues all the time. But I had to spend $200 on a suit. They give you a whole list. You got to buy a suit, you got a shirt, you got to buy a tie, you got to buy underwear, you got to buy socks. The only thing that was optional was shoes. And I was like,
why at this point would that be optional? Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
if all of that is optional, why can't
exactly.
pants be optional?
Exactly.
Because it's not like everybody's going to flip the whole casket up and see that he's naked from the waist down. But I was pissed because we had to buy all this shit, and it was slow as hell in the line at K&G. I was like, just don't say it. This chick she don't deserve you going off on her because she's a convenient target that can't fight back. Because, of course, I ain't stupid. I wasn't going to go off on the dude that was like this.
But still.
But
then, and at the end of the day, that apparel that you bought was more than likely split up the back and placed on them.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm.
So anyway, what we're going to talk about today?
Christmas is coming, number one.
Christmas time is here. Happiness and cheer.
That's all I know.
Flavors in the air.
That's all I know. That's it. That's all I can give you. It's every
Next week.
But you also have, there's certain songs like Christmas songs that just I do it for you and it just ruins the holiday for you.
You know what song that I hate and everybody loves? All I Want for Christmas Is You.
I don't like that thing on
Every
song.
time I hear that song by Mariah Carey. I mean, I don't hate it because I like Mariah Carey, but I'm just like,
Listen, for me, it's that damn Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time. The Gap has ruined that for me.
simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
And that part I can even get over, but it's the beginning. It's the choo 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 choo. I'm like, oh my god, this is driving me crazy. Mm-hmm. It's
So
but
this one. So what are the first words to Silent Night?
Silent Night, Holy Night.
No.
Silent Night, Holy Night. All is calm, all is right. That's all I know.
Would you like me to tell you?
Yes, please.
In my mind, I want you to be free.
Yeah, listen.
Am I right or am I right?
Listen, yeah. Producer's like, wait a minute, hold up.
I got that one. Listen, I got that one.
What other Christmas? So Nat King Cole and all the different his song for Christmas, but then also Donny Hathaway's the slow version, the fast version, the medium tempo version, all those different versions I love of. Jesus, I can't think of the name of the song now.
That's not Silent Night. I got it. Hold on, I got it. Okay.
I did hear a new Christmas song though by Ledisi and Kim, which I thought was kind of nice. I'm not sure if it's new as in this year, or it's been out, and I just heard the other day. It was actually pretty nice. I like that Ledisi. She gets down. I like that Kim. He gets down. So yeah, it works for me. And believe it or not, over the years, some of these albums that come out, some of these artists have produced some really good Christmas songs. I'm even give Destiny's Child some good. They have a couple of different Christmas songs I actually kind of like.
I decline.
I'm telling you,
The night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
In my mind, I want you to be free. For all of our friends, would you listen to me?
yeah.
Well, wait a minute. We got something. I got another one for you.
Now hear what I say.
Now hear what I say. Hear what I say. Hear what I say. What I say. What I say. But yeah, the one little song about Destiny's Child.
Here we go.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, cunt. Have yourself a cunty little Christmas. Hey Joe, in the studio. Hello.
You want to get a microphone? Yes.
Have yourself a cunty little Christmas. May she turn you right. From now on, I'll only leave my house at night. Ooh, have yourself a cunty little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, I'll bring it to the runway. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden gaze of yours.
Really? You held that note like that?
So fierce for us, so we'll turn it out once more. Through the years we all will dance together if the beats allow. No one's ever been as high as I am now. So have yourself a cunty little Christmas now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate that. Sexual chocolate.
Life with Dominion.
Hang on, mistletoe. I'm gonna get to know you better this Christmas. And as we trim the tree, how much fun it's gonna be together.
Got the word.
This Christmas,
That's right, I'll hear 5,000 times.
firesides blazing bright. We're caroling through the night, and this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Yeah.
And then I got one more voice. I'm good. You can let me out.
Show you how to celebrate Hanukkah. This is called a dreidel.
This
you
is
spin
for
it
our
and see where it
friends.
lands, and you sing this song. I have a little dreidel, I
That's
made
made
it
out of clay, and
when
then a
it's
little
time
dreidel,
ready,
the dreidel I will play.
Oh,
Dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay. The dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay.
Now you try it, Ike. Just spin it with your fingers like this. H-I-J-K-L-O-P, up the sun, like all the way. Came down the way and washed the spider out. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Oh, hey, Cartman. We're playing dreidel. You want to try? Sure. Here's a little dreidel that's not made of clay, but I'm not gonna play with it 'cause dreidels fucking gay. Hey, shut your mouth, fat ass!
Choose, play stupid games. Choose, that's why they're lame.
Dreidel, dreidel,
Choose,
I made you out of clay.
play stupid games.
Dreidel, dreidel,
Choose,
dreidel, I shall play.
that's why they're lame.
What's going on? Oh, it's that Hanukkah thing. It's so amazing. You spin this thing on the ground and it goes round and round. I could watch it all day. Let me try. I'll try to make it spin. It fell. I'll try again. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay. Dreidel, 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 with dreidel I shall play. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay.
Play stupid
Dreidel,
games.
dreidel, dreidel,
Choose,
with dreidel I shall play.
that's why they're
Oh,
lame.
dreidel, dreidel,
Choose,
I made you out of clay.
play stupid games.
Dreidel, dreidel,
Choose,
dreidel, I shall play.
that's why they're lame.
Hello, boys.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, how precious. You boys are all playing dreidel. Now, you know that dreidel is a time-honored tradition for the Hebrew people.
Yes, we know, Miss Bobnowski. It's so very interesting.
Now, when you learn to make the dreidel spin...
I was like, what? What? Lord have mercy. Thank you all for coming to the Dominion Epic Comedy Hour. This cabaret show is brought to you by Voxway, Vox Tower 373.
Oh, a big a cabaret at the what was that spot over there by Fruitland, not Fruitland Avenue. The Quonset Hut. The back in the day, that's where you used to have the cabarets at. Yeah, that Naylor Road Metro. Was that Naylor? Is that Naylor Road Metro? It was many things. But back in the 70s and 80s, it was where, you know, my parents used to go for cabaret. Yes, Legend. I couldn't think of the L. Yeah, it was.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That's all I remember was the strip club.
It's so funny, you know, the places. So I remember, you know, when we were kids, it's like the cabaret used to be like Maze featuring Frankie Beverly, and now it's like SWV, Jodeci, Boys to Men, and I'm like, God damn, we are old.
No,
because we have become those bitches. We have become those bitches. You know, like your parents used to be like, you're gonna stay with the babysitter tonight. We're going to see Frankie Beverly and Maze. We're gonna see the OJs. We're gonna see the Temptations. We're gonna see Millie Jackson.
Listen, Millie was
Yes,
Millie Jackson.
And now it's like
nasty ass.
All right, so you're gonna stay with Grandma. We're gonna go to see Jodeci. We're gonna see Blackstreet.
No diggity, no doubt.
Teddy Riley
and BBD's gonna show up. Yay!
The surviving members of New Edition.
Right, and H-Town gonna make an appearance. Like, what? And Troop. What?
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Listen. And I used to get that all the time. That somebody would be like, "Oh my God, you look like the guy from Troop." I was like, "Don't say that. Don't say that."
Do you though? I gotta look at a picture.
It was like, you know, as at that point, everybody was wearing a box, had the part and the head. It was like, "Oh, you look like." Then I got Omar Epps. Then I got Luther Vandross. Then I was like, I don't.
Omar Epps though.
Yeah, I was like, I don't see any. I'm
not seeing it.
I don't see any. Oh,
I need the microphone. I need the microphone. Oh no, I do. Come on, you too.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awfully good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
That's all I know.
Santa
that's all
baby.
Santa baby, that's all I know.
So, but all right, so we used to listen to a number of different things, but the one album that defined Christmas to me is Stevie Wonder's Someday at Christmas. Like right now, if I put, well, first of all, I decided I wasn't going to put up a tree or do that this year because it felt like it would be too emotional.
Okay.
Because like all of the pictures when I was putting together my father's memorial were from Christmas. And I just remember each one I remember, like the 1 year they went all out and both, you know, so our living room, we had this L-shaped sectional.
Okay.
And so like one sectional had all of my sister's toys because it was just so much shit. There was no need to put it under the tree.
Right.
They didn't even bother to wrap it. It was just so much shit.
Yeah, my stuff was never wrapped. The toys.
1 year my mother wrapped. And we knew what she was doing. We were old enough to know that there was no Santa Claus. But she decided she wanted to
ruined it for somebody.
She probably watched Oprah because my mother watched Oprah and she would see shit on Oprah. Be like, well, Oprah said so. 1 year she wrapped all of our presents. She was in the room on, you know, for like a week ahead of time, just wrapping shit and wouldn't let us see.
What you doing? I'm wrapping gifts.
But the picture that I remember that I was going through albums where it was just so much shit. It was just piled. I had one sofa. My sister had another. So I was just like, I don't even want to be bothered. I don't need that kind of emotionality in my life. So I'm not even going to put up a tree this year and listen to, what is the song?
Someday at Christmas?
No, but the album is Someday at Christmas.
Okay. Ave Maria was good.
Let me see. Is it not Bedtime for Toys? Is this it? Yes. No, that's Bedtime for
I don't even think I've heard.
I know all of the words to every song
One little Christmas tree was standing alone, waiting for someone to come by.
I'm good, thank you. Listen, we are on the air, and
you don't need So, yes. So, because this song always made me cry, even as a child. And I even remember, so this, you know how when you're of a certain age, not only do you remember the song, but you remember the part that's supposed to skip because there was a scratch in the album. Yep, that's supposed to be like...
listen, that's the good thing about...
Who's this?
That's Alexander O'Neal.
I'm telling you, we had some very solid traditions in our house, and we listened to Someday at Christmas, the whole album, and it literally just played on repeat. Let it go through the whole thing. You just take that needle, put it back to the beginning, and listen to the whole thing. Oh, speaking of Christmas.
Yeah. VoxWave and Urban Style Media, they're going to collaborate for the second annual toy drive.
Yes.
Drop off all unwrapped toys to VoxWave Studio at 4711 Off Place, Suitland, Maryland. The deadline is December the 20th. We're doing it big for kids in the DMV, and we need your help. So, again, 4711 Off Place, Suitland, Maryland. And the drop-off deadline is December the 20th. So any unwrapped toy, make sure you bring them along.
Yeah, and, you know, I'm not suggesting that you spend millions of dollars on a toy, but don't get a toy from the dollar store. I mean, you know, these kids are underprivileged. You know, at least do a little something. And we take coats too.
Absolutely,
I mean,
there's
you
a
know,
coat drive as well.
The reason that Christmas, I think, is such an emotional time for people because it connects with your most visceral memories of childhood. And being an adult, you know, is, you know, you sort of lose that innocence.
Yeah.
So, you know, you could have an opportunity to give a child, you know, something. So, you know, find one of those toys that, you know, look online. What is a toy that every kid wants?
I absolutely love and hate this at the same time because Anthony Hamilton did this over, and it's actually, I like his version, but this song is like, it's so depressing, but it's like amazing at the same time. But it's
is this What Do the Lonely Do
yes.
at Christmas? Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
But, you know, it's just, and I laugh at myself because I was like, I used to think, how could people be lonely at Christmas? Like, why are people not around their family? Because, again, as a kid, this is all that you know, that you're always around your family, and your family's there. And, you know, that was, I'm not going to say a lot of people, well, it is a lot of people's upbringing. There's some people that didn't have that type of memory, so they don't necessarily know what that type of Christmas is. But for me, that's what I remember being around. Everybody should be around their family. There was no reason you had to go anywhere else and do something else. It was always family time. Like, that's what I remember. So when people say, I'm going out of town for Christmas, I'm like, what?
Right.
Why aren't you around your family? Like, wow. And then as I got older, I've seen people that are like, I don't like Christmas. It brings too many bad memories. And I'm like, but why?
Well, you know, because if you're not close to your family like I am, which is why, you know, I always have events over the holidays because, you know, the people that I've chosen
right,
to be a part of my family. And that's also why I don't particularly, like for Christmas, I invite anybody to come to my Christmas party.
Okay.
But everybody is not welcome for New Year's Eve. Because my mother died on December 30th. And my grandmother died around the holidays. Her brother died around the holidays. So for me, that's a time to spend with family.
I will definitely say that your functions, your Christmas functions, and the holiday time is actually, I'm glad that I've gotten to spend the last couple with you. So I appreciate that because I look forward to those. So yeah, you know, it's, in all sincerity, I actually do. This is another funny, sad song too, but I sincerely enjoy that. So thank you for that. And I
got one more for you.
One more. Santa Claus is Coming to the Ghetto.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Oh yeah, that's JB. But you forgot about
I think it's the wrong
Christmas and all through the
Hold
house.
it now, wait, hold it. That's played out. Hit it.
give me all that jive about things you wrote before I was alive. Cause this ain't 1823, ain't even 1970. Now I'm the guy named Curtis Blow, and Christmas is one thing I know. So every year, just about this time, I celebrate it with a rhyme. Gonna shake it, gonna bake it, gonna make it good. Gonna rock it through your neighborhood. Gonna read, gonna sing it till it's understood. My rapping about to happen like an E. You was slapping or throw you the tap.
Yeah, Christmas memories. Christmas
So,
memories.
6 minutes left.
Do you? Since we're on this topic, I'm just going to ask this: Do you have a favorite Christmas memory, whether it was as an adult or a kid, like one of those Christmas memories that is the absolutely standout Christmas moment or Christmas memory? And it, the good.
Well, yes.
Well, because there are some standout memories that could be bad. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, there's only one, and it's kind of funny. So I'll tell you a good one and a bad one. The bad one quickly. Me and my sister was fucking up. Like, I don't know what we did. We fucked up, like, the whole November and December. And my mother was like, Santa's not coming. Y'all don't know how to behave, so Santa's not coming. We was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So we got up that Christmas morning, and there was nothing. Now, remember, when I said every Christmas was one sofa filled with toys for me and one sofa filled with toys for my sister, we got up this one particular Christmas, and there was Nathan under that tree. And my mother told a story later. She was like, oh, we both look so pitiful. We both look so, but we knew it. I mean,
right.
it was we ain't had that kind of family where you could, you couldn't throw no tantrum and be like, where's my toy?
No. That was not an option.
So, but she said, oh, we were so pitiful. Santa made a special trip like a week later. Cause she said she and my father felt so bad because we were just like devastated because, it was just like, Merry Christmas.
Your mother sitting there with a cup of coffee and a cigarette, like.
Because my mother did smoke. She was sitting there like, told your ass what gonna be no Christmas. So, but the best memory, I got the Millennium Falcon. Let me tell you how the Millennium Falcon was my favorite toy ever. So I put that girl together, you just flying through the house with the Millennium Falcon, like, and you purposely go like, up against the wall, you be like,
That was the one where it flipped out and had the 4 wings?
Yes.
Okay.
No, that was the X-Wing.
That's
the
the
Millennium
X-Wing?
Falcon, Han Solo. The big round
with
ship.
the black, with the
right, and you know
flat
how
one.
it turned on the
Gotcha.
side?
Okay.
I love that. I love it so much.
Okay.
I loved it so much. So yours?
One of my favorite Christmases was it was a big snowstorm, 78, 79, something like that. But anyway,
no, there was a huge snowstorm in 1980. Well, maybe in DC. There was a big snowstorm like around Christmas. Snow was like
it was
so tall that I
couldn't
it was, almost see.
So
it
could have been 1980, but the whole point was this particular Christmas. I was probably not. It was like 9 or 10. I was 9. Or 1980, I would have been 9.
Yes.
Math. That particular Christmas, we would always go to my grandmother's house, and that particular Christmas, we all got snowed in because it happened like on Christmas, and everybody was there. So the whole family had made it over there, and so
that was nice.
My grandmother has 4 kids, and between her 4 children have at least 2 kids. So there's 4, 2, and 2. So you have my grandparents, you have all of our parents and their husbands, wives, and significant others, and all the kids in this house. And my grandmother's house is a 3-bedroom row home with between the basement, the main floor, and the upstairs 3 bedrooms. Every last one of us was in there, and family friends that were in there. So, and listen, we got snowed in, and when I tell you we had so much fun, it was like a Christmas, 24 hours a day of Christmas.
That's because you was a child.
I was a child.
You had been about like 5 years old. You'd be like, I'm tired of these.
Listen, that was one of the best Christmases. But then also, I had a Christmas when I was a kid where I had so many toys upstairs in the living room that I was like just all overload with the toys. And then I sat there and like an hour later, my mother was like, she had this look on her face, and I found out later on what happened. She's like, Santa Claus made a delivery downstairs in the basement too. And I was like, I go downstairs. There's more toys downstairs in the basement. So it turns out my mother had bought all these damn toys for me, and she forgot that she had half of them downstairs in the basement.
Oh.
So I'm sitting there playing with these toys, and she was like,
You was already like, oh, this is wonderful.
Yeah, my mother was like, there's some more damn toys. I don't know how it was already in the basement. So I walked downstairs, and I was like, it's more toys! Listen, that was one of the best Christmases I remember, and I was like, it was great. It was definitely good. So, that was a great memory. And putting up Christmas decorations with my grandmother.
Yeah.
Great memory. So,
yeah, that's why I have very specific requirements for the Christmas tree. Because as a kid, you know, the idea that you could just get a string of multicolored lights did not fly with Stephanie. So there was like boxes. This was the box of blue ornaments and lights, the green, the red. So we would have a family
with the little bulbs on the outside, the little the star burst, little thing they would fall off. You step on them, ouch!
Right. Ooh. And we would have a family meeting to decide what the colors were for Christmas for that year.
Okay.
But then I deviated from that, and so I'm like, well, I'm gonna have a white tree, these red and white and silver. Yeah. So all right. So you want to do this?
We used to always get Christmas 10 o'clock on Christmas Eve. So, but anyway, so the BGKH show.
Y'all waited until Christmas Eve to put the tree up?
My mother and I, we would always get as I got older, we would get a Christmas tree, a live Christmas tree on Christmas Eve because they were cheaper.
Oh yeah.
And so Christmas Eve, I would be sitting there like,
we had a real Christmas tree once. And that whole thing about the scent of pine.
Listen, 7 months later, you were still pulling pine out of everywhere.
Not only that, but the scent of pine. Nobody in my house cared for it. It was so 1 year. After 1 year, we was like, "Fuck this." We got a perfectly good artificial Christmas tree. The whole needles all over the fucking place. Because we did not have a huge house. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, but it was like 1,000 square. It was like maybe 1,200 square feet. So it wasn't a lot. You couldn't get away from the smell of pine. You like in your sleep. You like, I smell pine. Oh God!
And the Christmas tree stands with those little green wooden things you have to nail into the side. I love that. And you see the maple coming out, whatever. Actually, my father used to do that crap where he would make the damn Christmas tree lean up against the wall. My father was Anyway, the BGKH show streams live on Wednesdays on VoxWave.com, 9:15 to 10:15 p.m. Eastern and 6:15 to 7:15 p.m. Pacific. Episodes are available on YouTube every Friday. Search for Vox Power 373 and look for the BGKH show with Dominion and Epic. We actually have a live studio audience. No one's here today, but we appreciate both our callers today. So keep on calling, and remember, when we're on the air, you can dial in 240-719-2560.
240-719-2560.
Just to repeat that. Okay. So listen. Listen, if you guys want to get in touch with me, you can reach me on Twitter at EpicOnyx1. You can reach me on Instagram at IamEpicOnyx, and you can reach me on Facebook if you look for Epic Onyx. Dominion, how can people reach you?
At Dom Onyx on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook.com/DomOnyx, and www.domonyx.com.
So I want to thank you all for tuning in.
Yes.
And if I don't, for whatever reason, see you guys, because I know we have another show before then, but
we have a show next week, and then we're going to go on hiatus for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm just, for whatever reason, you may not get to see my face next week or whatever, or I don't get to see your face or whatever, but I'm going to tell you happy holidays. That's what I'm going to say.
Happy holidays.
So, but
happy holidays.
Right. That's another song. That's a classic too. Yeah, but anyway.
All right, kids. Well, we'll see you next week, and thank y'all for coming out. God bless you, and good night.
I make my runs about the break of day. They call me backdoor Santa. I make my runs about the break of day. Oh, oh, oh. I make all the little girls happy while the boys are out to play. Look at here. I ain't like old Saint Nick. He don't come but once a year. Oh, 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 oh. I ain't like old Saint Nick. He don't come but once a year.